All right. All right. Peace, Black people. This is your sister, Thiah Muhammad from Raising Black Millionaires with you today for the Lunchtime Chat with Thiah. Now, just as it was with her mama, when I can't keep up with these LaChef people because they'd be so busy. So I had to catch them in the wee hours of the night and act like we're having lunchtime.
Exactly.
For the Lunchtime Chat with Thiah. But as promised, about a week and a half or so ago, I have on with me tonight the other half of the LaChef powered, I'm saying duo, but Shy really by herself is just an awesome powerhouse. You understand? You see she's shaking her head like, yes, this is absolutely true. But we talked with her mom, Celeste, last week, and now I'm super thrilled to finally be able to talk to my niece. She don't know she's my niece because I really do love her mama. I'm going to keep her mama for a little bit longer. So I have to adopt her as my niece, and I like her a whole lot. So my niece.
Well, thank you, Auntie.
My niece, Shy LaChef. Welcome, everybody. Welcome, Shy LaChef, on with us today. What's going on, Shy?
Nothing much. Thank you. Well, everything much. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, this is exactly what I hear, Shy. Like, this is exactly what I hear.
Yeah.
So I listen. I know you have beyond grown folks schedule, and on top of running a business that is just absolutely soaring right now. Aside from that, you got school tomorrow. So let's go ahead.
Yes.
Let's go ahead and jump into some stuff, Shy. So listen, when I talked to your mom, she shared with me a little bit about how you got started in cooking and how Shy LaChef as a brand got kicked off. Can you share from your perspective how everything got cooked off? How did you even begin cooking, Shy?
How did I begin cooking? Okay, so this is a long story, but we're talking, so I'm just going to tell the story. Okay, so it started when I'm the middle child between two brothers, so it felt like it was very hard for me to fit in, and I didn't really find my place, and I didn't feel loved, and my mom and dad tried everything to make me feel loved, and I was the only person in the family that gave my mom trouble. But when I found my love and passion for healthy eating and thinking, I saw my mom and dad supporting me, and I felt loved, and I just haven't stopped cooking since. So my mom and dad, they would buy me ingredients, and they would start being my support system. They started supporting me, and I just started mixing little ingredients together. But I was 6, so I started grabbing things out of the cabinet and just mixing it together. And one day I gave it to my mom. She was like, this tastes good, but she didn't really taste it.
Did you know she wasn't really tasting it?
I think I knew. I think I knew she wasn't really tasting it.
You just didn't call her on it?
Yes, I didn't want to throw her under the bus at all.
Such a good little girl. Ooh-wee.
I was just like, you're missing out, but okay.
Yeah.
So then one day my uncle came and he tasted the food that I made when I was 6, and he was like, this is really good.
Do you remember what it was, Shy?
I can't remember what it was, but I just remember grabbing something out of the kitchen, and I remember my whole family going around saying, this is really good. And my mom was shocked. So then,
which she shouldn't have been if she had been tasting it all along, right?
If she tasted it in the first place, she wouldn't have been. But
she late to the party.
But she finally got invited to the party, and I haven't stopped cooking since.
That's awesome. So, but Shy, listen, I'm trying to understand, how is it that a 6-year-old who is really just kind of trying to find her place, right? Yes. In this family, you have an awesome family. So in this family of love and you trying to find your place, how you happen upon cooking? Like, how did that happen?
It was just something from God that came over me, and God was like, this is your gift. This is what it's gonna be. This is how it's gonna be. I was like, okay. And from 6 to 15, I'm still doing what God has been calling me to do.
That's amazing. That's huge. That's a huge statement. Cause yeah, by the way, happy belated birthday. I had to talk with your mom. She was still calling you 14. And I told her, listen, you need to respect that woman. You understand? She's 15. You need to get over it. You understand? I got you, baby. Auntie got you. Okay.
I was like, it's gonna happen one day. One day.
But tell me, listen, were y'all already vegan when you started cooking?
Yes, I've been vegan my whole life. My whole family, except for my mom and dad. Well, okay. My mom and dad have been vegan. My mom's been vegan for like 17, 18 years. And then my siblings have been vegan our whole lives.
Got it. Okay. All right. So now fast forward, there was a point when you were cooking just for the family, right? Just cooking as a hobby, right?
Yes.
And then at some point you transitioned into cooking for other people, or did the trainings, like the workshops, come first? How did that happen? Tell me how that worked out.
Well, after I started doing like a lot of cooking and things like that, I did start doing some workshops when I was like 8 years old. So I would go to like different schools and events and talk to children about, cooking and different healthy recipes and entrepreneurship and having your own business. And then I remember when my cooking started to actually come, instead of like cooking for my family all the time. I remember I was 9 years old and I was in this restaurant in Atlanta, really good, Cafe Sunflower. And I was in Atlanta and I remember sitting at a table, and I was 9 years old when this happened. I got up, I went to the front of the restaurant and I asked for the chef. Mm-hmm. So me and the chef got together and I started talking to him about my cooking. And the next thing you know, my dish was in the restaurant.
Get out of town.
Yes, my dish was featured in the restaurant.
Wait, what you mean your dish? You were just talking about different things you had tried?
Yes, I was talking about all the things I cook, all the things I've experimented on. Mm-hmm. And then, like a few weeks later, I started training in their kitchen to like make the dish. It was a vegan pomegranate chicken with jasmine rice and asparagus. It was so...
This is a shy LaChef creation?
Yes.
Hamburger.
Had an amazing time.
Wow. So now it was your idea to just go to ask for the chef, right?
Yes, because I remember we were like sitting in a booth and I was like, excuse me, and I got up and I talked to the chef.
But what made you do that?
I have no intuition.
Divine intervention. Yeah, I got it.
Yes, and something came over me and I just came and I talked to the chef and we're like best friends.
Yeah. So, Shy, wow, that's a big deal, because already I'm hearing a theme or a bit of a pattern of just kind of following your intuition. Is that something that you just do regularly? Is that just a part of the Shy makeup?
It is, yes. Whatever I feel like I need to do, I just do it, because if I don't, I'm probably missing out on an opportunity.
So that's how you process that. Whenever something comes to mind, you just execute it quickly because, and in your mind you're thinking, this is an opportunity and I don't want to miss out on it? Is that how that computes? Okay. Where did that come from, Shy? Were you taught that? Like, where did that come from?
Yes, I was taught that. My mom's a psychological therapist, which was an interesting thing when I was acting up. She's a psychological therapist, so she could help anybody. So like her saying I love you and everything when I was like going through that rough stage.
Yeah.
It didn't help me, but you know, she does a lot of positive affirmations and she's a very positive person. So she started to teach me and my siblings about positive affirmations, having a positive mentality, things like that, so we can be successful mentally. And yes.
So you, as the middle child, were you the second to start their own business? Is that how that happened? Because you have entrepreneurial siblings, right?
Yes.
Okay, so were you the second one to start your business?
I believe I was the first, then my older brother was the second, and then my younger brother was third.
So is your family background, is your family entrepreneurial? Like, I know that your mom is entrepreneurial. I don't know if her practice is entrepreneurial. Is her practice her business?
Her practice, her business, like.
Yeah. Or does she work for someone else?
No, she doesn't work for someone else.
Okay, so she's a straight entrepreneur because she has Pure Veg as well as her practice, right? Her therapy practice. Got it. And what about your dad? Is he entrepreneurial as well?
My dad is a musician, so he'll
Nice.
play for like different events and different people.
Wow, got it. So that's just like your family background. You come from a family of entrepreneurship. Is that accurate?
Yes.
Okay. And so your uncle, you mentioned your uncle, the one who actually revealed to the family that you actually had skills. Is he also entrepreneurial? I'm just curious.
I don't think so. I'm wondering if he's working on something, but he was just, you know, the uncle is so funny that just came over and decided to just see what I was doing, and then that's how that all came about. So I want to thank my uncle.
I know that's right. He needs to get free lemonade for a minute. I can't say for life. I ain't gonna say for life, shot, but I say for a minute, right?
For life is strong words.
It's a long time. For a minute, we'll say for a minute. But shot. So whose idea was it to start doing presentations and speaking engagements?
Presentations and speaking engagements. Well, people started hearing about me after I went to this school for the first time, and I went to the school to do like a presentation just because I was showing them how to cook. And then from there, people started finding out about me, and then people started calling me to go to their schools and their events to tell them about what I do and entrepreneurship.
But whose idea was it for you to go to that first school?
Whose idea was it?
Because I'm trying to get an understanding of how you went from cooking at home to just going out and starting with doing presentations and workshops.
I think it was me and my mom.
Okay.
Me and my mom were kind of like working together, and she was like, well, would you like to do this or like go and teach children this? And I was like, that's a good idea. So then, you know, we started talking together and we started talking about what I was going to say, and then just went on from there.
So did your mom, was she more directorial in the things that you did and the decisions that you all made, or did she really just kind of ask you your thoughts and what you thought about moving this way versus that way? Like, how did that happen?
She was mostly asking me, but at the same time, I was young, so then sometimes I needed like some help,
guidance,
how to do this and how to direct the children and their age groups. So yes, so it's like mostly asking.
Okay, so now fast forward, because we're coming up on time. I'm doing my best to get you in bed at a decent hour. So look, let's fast forward to you start becoming essentially in higher demand, right? And for the speaking, right?
Right.
Okay, and then at some point you wrote your book, and you even had like you have an online learning platform too, right? Like a course?
An online cooking class?
Yeah.
We're working on that.
Okay.
Working on the online cooking classes for all ages.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's crazy. Like, that's so crazy. I mean, like I can't help. I ain't mad. I just cannot be mad at you, Shy. This is so good. So, okay, and so then from there you went on to at some point start cooking for others. How did that happen?
Started cooking for others. Well, after I started doing like different schools and events and people finding out about me, when it went on from there, people were just telling me that I'm like a vegan chef. So then sometimes it was like, can you cook for me? But you know, for sometimes, like when I was younger, I thought they were just playing.
Yeah.
Until I actually like started cooking for some people, and it went on from there. And now I'm catering.
Yes, indeed.
I'm catering too. Yes.
So when you have your cooking, I'm sure that throughout this process it's changed or evolved. But when you have your catered events, do you what's the setup? Has it been that your mom has just gotten all of your supplies? Like, you set the menu and then you give your mom a list of everything that you need, and she goes out and gets the supplies, and then she just leaves you to your craft in the kitchen. Is that how that works?
Basically, yes. I give her the list and she goes, or I'll go with her, and then come back, do everything, and then give it to the people. So then that's basically how this works.
Okay. And so when you started looking at your mom shared with us how there was a distinct point in time when you realized that you were hugely popular, right? But it wasn't translating into money, right? Like, you weren't getting paid in a way that was equal to your popularity, right?
Right.
Can you tell me about what that was like, coming to that realization? Like, how did you realize that? And what was your thinking through all that?
Well, how I realized that. Well, when I was younger, I wasn't like getting paid a lot because we used to do like those events in schools for free.
Okay.
And then my mom started telling me like how much I'm worth, and like we're not charging. So basically my mom's like, we need to start charging. And I was like, you know, we do, because I don't remember, charging. So now we're much better.
So about how old were you when y'all had that conversation? Do you remember?
About how old? I don't remember. Somewhere around what?
Okay. Okay. So I'm hearing that you had a period of time when you were able to really work on your skills, develop your skills, and just be creative, right? And then from there, you had a time when you just kind of put yourself out there, and exposed everybody else to the brilliance of your craft, right? And then from there, you kind of had this reflective period where y'all looked at, okay, well, it's costing us X amount of dollars to do these events, right? It's costing X amount of dollars for us to even put this on, let alone the energy that it takes for you to do all of that work, right? And then you start looking at, okay, what is the cost associated with you doing it versus the value of your time and your skill? Is that how that conversation went? When you said your mom started talking to you about your worth, how was that?
It was basically like that. She was talking about, how much I'm worth. And, I didn't have a problem, like, going from event to event without, like, charging. Because, like, when I was younger, it's just something I wanted to, it was just something, I want to do.
Yeah.
My mom was like, yeah, like, going from event to event, we have to pay, which is not a problem, but we're not really earning anything for something this good.
Yeah. And so at some point you started going to different, you really were always networking. Like, that's really what your mom was doing. Like, she hooked you, like, she set you up to network, something that, like, trust me, Shy, like, adults have a hard time networking. So, like, you are light years ahead of the game, right? But you have absolutely no problem networking, right? And so then she ends up bringing you to, or taking you to, the TSP live event. How was going to an event of that magnitude, what was that like for you? Was there at any point a fearful experience for you throughout this process? Tell me about that.
Wasn't very fearful. Yeah, I wasn't very fearful, but, like, my mom bringing me here, because I've been hearing, like, a lot about it. I've been hearing her doing, like, the meetings.
Yeah.
Like that. And I was like, I wonder if this is going to be boring. I wonder if I'm going to be, like, the only child here.
Yeah.
So, I thought it was going to be, like, kind of boring just sitting down. But when I went there, they love to work hard, but they still love to have fun. So they still balance that. So that's really cool. I love the family.
Yeah. So tell me about that time when you were in the workshop, like, whatever training that was you were doing at was it a TSP mastermind event, and your mom was somewhere else, or was it at live?
My mom was somewhere else.
Mm-hmm.
Then I was in, like, this mastermind event, and I was with I can't remember, Miss Joy.
Mm-hmm.
I love her.
Yeah, she's sweet.
Right. And yes, she was talking about public speaking. And yes, she was talking about public speaking, and we were just in a room, and I was with, like, other entrepreneurs in the room. So I felt comfortable in the room. And, I thought she was talking about public speaking. I was going to be like, oh, I'm fine. I know this, right? Because, like, I do public speaking.
Yeah.
But, yes, because I thought I had it, but she taught me these different things that I didn't know. So it was like, oh, maybe I should do that. So, yes, it was so cool. It was not boring at all.
Yeah. So, okay, Shy, thank you so much for sharing that. That's a trip. So we're gonna super, like, everybody, there is so much that Shy really could share with us, but we really are, like, doing a super fast edition of this conversation with her, right? But let's fast forward. How did it come about that you went from catering, right?
Right.
In addition to catering, producing your own drink, your own beverage that people are wilding out about.
Oh my God.
Like, how did that happen, Shy?
Okay, so basically, somebody from Nebraska, Omaha, they called me to be their celebrity chef for this event.
Mm-hmm.
So, I went, and the ginger lemonades is like a family recipe. It's just a recipe me and my mom know, and we like make it around the house whenever somebody is sick.
Yeah.
Or has like a cold.
Yeah.
So we went to Omaha, and I made the food. I made like this Korean stir fry over some jasmine rice, and I had like a sample of some strawberry ginger lemonade just to put on the side just for them to taste. So they ate the food and they tasted the strawberry ginger lemonade. So the people left, but they came back with like these big empty jugs, and they were filling it with the strawberry ginger lemonade.
Get out of town.
Yes. And then they were like, this is really good. And I was like, thank you. So then they left and they came back and they were like, so when are you selling these? And I never thought about selling ginger lemonades. It's just like a thing around the house.
Yeah.
So maybe I should. So that's when we came back to the ATL, when we came back, I started to really think about it, and I was like, this would be really cool if I had like a drink line. So we released the drink line. I have my original ginger lemonade, my strawberry ginger lemonade, and my Georgia peach ginger lemonade that we just released, and everybody is going crazy over it. It's really good.
So, like, is there anything from that experience that you learned? Like, I learned something from that. Like, that I know for sure I have to highlight with my children. But what was it, if anything, that you learned from just that experience?
If I learned from just that experience? If I learned from just that experience, I would say the things that you may not think is very valuable can be valuable or can be a blessing to somebody. So yeah, they made me realize that I should be doing something, and they inspired me. So I was like, okay. Yeah. So yeah, I think that's what I learned.
Yeah, that's a perfect Shy, that's a perfect takeaway, because one of the things that in a course that we did, a video training course that we did, we introduced to parents a way to help children to just kind of observe their environments and the needs of the environment, and to really kind of see what they could offer to fill the needs of that environment. And so, but the piece that a lot of times is missing is that we kind of take for granted the norms that are in our everyday experiences, like in our homes with our families. We take it for granted because it's normal for us, but it may be something totally different and far more perceivably valuable to somebody else, right? And so what you did was you took the time to reflect and observe the fact that, hey, this is just something that we do. Like, it's just what we do, but they love it. And for them to ask, when am I selling it? Like, I need to seize the day. Like, I need to capitalize off of this right now. And it's brilliant. Like, that's what true business owners do. So I'm so proud of you, Shy. Like, I'm so super proud of you, because you're doing everything right. Like, you hitting them, like you were just hitting them out the park, and it's so phenomenal. I'm super excited to have you, and really to have you all. Now y'all my people, like y'all my family. It's just gonna be that.
My family.
But it's really good, because you're really providing a really great example of, and I pray that parents and children take note of this, because you're providing a huge example of what it looks like to go through the different gradients of entrepreneurship that often happen, and how to do it organically, because your journey has been really organic, but you've had you and your intelligence and listening to your mom, right?
Right.
You had the wisdom to acknowledge, okay, this is time to actually monetize what I would lovingly do for free. But you get to write your own ticket, right? You can call your own shots. Like you're making money. Me and your mama kind of talked about some numbers earlier today, and we ain't gonna tell everybody your business, but let me just say that many people, like grown folks, like would love to be able to do exactly what you're learning to do as a teenager. And I really look forward to people getting to see and learn more about your experience, because they'll be able to use it as more of a blueprint as to how to develop children at a young age to be able to just write your own ticket, to literally say, this is what I'm interested in doing. And I want to do this for this amount of money. And you can just write your own check all day long.
Exactly.
Right? So how have you been enjoying like the seeing the difference between doing something that you love for free to doing something that you love still and seeing the money from it?
Yes, it feels good. I feel a difference because like when I was younger, it's just like, I'm just doing this because I love it. And then now it's like, I'm just doing this because I love it and I'm making money from it.
Yeah.
That's the good thing about being an entrepreneur, because you're doing what you love and you can do what you love all day and you can make money from it. So it's a win-win for yourself.
Yeah, that's phenomenal. And see now, like, well, we could talk about that forever, Shy. We really could, but so we're gonna have to talk about it more a little bit later on, but because it's 10:30. but look, Shy, let me ask you one more thing. I gotta ask about this. Because like word on the street is you had a nice little encounter with somebody today. You met somebody today, just like on a humbug. And let me just preface this by saying, one thing about LaChef is LaChef is always ready. Like LaChef can be riding in the car with her mama, be knocked out taking a nap.
I was knocked out still in my uniform, and I just
from school, right? Because it's been a long day, right? Like you had to fulfill orders and stuff last night, and you had to wake up early, go to school this morning. Your mama gets you from school, and you just doze off. And then all you know is she waking you up talking about Shy. We about to go see who?
Oh my gosh. Tiny.
As in Thiah and Tiny?
Yes.
As in Tiny from Escape? Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. I don't know if you know about Escape, but yeah, that Tiny.
Yes, Escape. Yes.
Hey, you gotta tell us about that. Tell her how did that happen? Your mom woke you up. What'd she say?
I don't know what I dreamed about, but I went to sleep as soon as I went in the car, I went to sleep. And the next thing you know, I feel a tap on my shoulder. Shy baby, hey, we're about to Tiny, Thiah Tiny, and she's at the juice bar. And then just real quick, we're just gonna give her the drinks just to bless her, and then we're gonna go right out. We're not gonna ask her for anything. We're just going in and we're going out. And I was like, okay. I was tired. So I was like, he was like, okay, you're just blessing her. I was like, this has to be quick. But when I walked in there and I met her, I couldn't get through what, I was going to say, because I was introducing myself and I said, I'm a vegan chef. And then when I said, I just wanted to bless you, she was like, wait. she said, let me get my camera crew. So she got her whole camera crew. And then we just started talking about it from camera to camera. She introduced me to somebody from camera to camera. She introduced me to somebody, and it was just amazing. I'm so glad I didn't go in and out. I'm so glad. Like, I was thinking about that. I was like, I'm so glad I didn't go in and out. It was just like blessings on top of blessings.
Yeah.
Loved it.
So what did she say, Shy?
I loved her because I was like, I had to ask my mom. I was like, so which one's tiny? She said, that one with the purse. I was like, they both have purse. When I walked over, and she's just the most, she is great. She's like, really, she has like a really nice spirit. She was just like, after she said, let me get my camera crew, she put it on her story. She put the ginger lemonades on her story. And then she started telling people about me, and then she tasted my drinks and said, and their drinks is good. So it was just really,
I'll take it. I'll take that endorsement.
Yes. And
you better make sure, look, you need to go. Did she record that on IG?
She recorded that and she put it on her story.
You better go capture that now. Because your mama said she had recorded. I need you to go, as soon as we get off the phone, I need you to go capture that right now.
Because those stories go away.
It's still there though, right?
Yes.
So you got to capture it. Look, Shy, you got to record it. But okay, look, fast forward. So what else did she say? I heard something about an invitation.
And yes, she was like, I need you to come and cook over our house. I need you to come to cook. And I was like, okay. Because I'm still trying to process. I'm like, this is Thiah tiny. And then, like, she was like, the next time, maybe when we have a pop-up here, you can sell your drinks. I was like, thank you. And it was just, words cannot explain how great it was. And she was just so cool.
Yeah.
Amazing. And everybody started freaking out. And then on top of that, a customer came. Somebody came, and she was like, she came to me and she was like, are you the one that are you the lemonade girl? I was like, yes. But I didn't know her. She was like, yeah. We love, me and my niece, we love your drinks. We have all your drinks stacked up on a shelf.
Wow.
I was like, wow. So everything there was just amazing. I have to say this one more I am so glad I did not go in and out.
Yeah.
Because yes.
Yeah. Like that. Shoot, that's a lesson. That's a lesson for anybody who hears it. Like, to always be ready.
Always.
Fully present. Like, just to be open to whatever the experience, whatever the moment has to offer. And one more thing, I have to mention this, because I know how key it is. You hit on it earlier, but you come from an environment or family environment where your mental health, your not just mental health in a medical sense, but your healthy energetic experience is prioritized, right? When you mentioned how your mom is constantly or has always given you affirmations and things that really build you up and help you to develop the right mindset. A lot of times we as people in general, but especially those of us who embark upon entrepreneurship, we don't even realize that more than sales or more than revenue, like, we have to do so much internal work just to have the mindset to get through the various stages that you have experienced, right? Because you've really been blessed because you've been able to cultivate your skill under the protection of your parents' home, right? But the beautiful thing is, like, that's such a great example for parents and other children in general. But you have adults, Shy, who don't discover entrepreneurship until they get older and they're on their own. And they have to juggle all of life, right? They got to be the ones to pay the bills. And so what happens is, like, they start learning really quickly that this entrepreneurship stuff is, it's a lot of internal work. Like, you got to constantly check your mindset. So I just hope that everybody paid attention to the language that Shy LaChef used in everything that she shared with us about her experience and about her process as she journeys through this overall boss journey that she is clearly on. So with that, I have kept you 9 minutes and 30 seconds.
That's exact too.
Longer than I was supposed to. But Shy, listen, babe, thank you so very much. Is there anything else you want to share with everybody on top of the fact you got to let everybody know your social media and how they can access you?
Okay. My everything, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram is LaChef, SHILACHEF. And then the website is where you can order the drinks too. So make sure you go get you some. Yes, you're going to love them. That's where you can order the drinks. And thank you for the support.
Absolutely. And the peach is seasonal. So y'all better, if you want that peach, you better go on and hurry up and get that peach order in, because the clock is surely ticking.
It is. And time flies. Yes, so that peach.
Yes, indeed. It's the middle of August. Yes. Well, Shy, thank you so much, babe. We at Raising Black Millionaires, we love Shy LaChef. So all I need you to do is don't be sleeping on my invitation to the house when you ready to cook up a meal, because I done heard you've been making Thanksgiving dinners that you've been catering and sending the folks and whatnot.
Yes.
So all I'm saying is, don't forget about your folks over yonder. That's all I'm saying.
I won't. I'll put a reminder right now. I'm not gonna...
All right, Shy. All right, everybody. We look forward to seeing you all again on the next session of Lunchtime with Thiah. Make sure that you hit Shy up, Shy LaChef, that is. Hit her up on social media, and make sure you get your drink. You have to copy your drinks. And until the next time, peace. All right, Shy, let me see.